linebacker with the Indianapolis Colts. Make sure you follow my guys at the Anvil, best sports talk podcast going on with Colts right now. Tune in.
It seems like a Sunday, like anyone before. That's what you think. So you open up the door, you feel the buzz, you can hear the people singing battle cries. Lucas Oil Stadium's about to come alive. Blue and white jerseys, some old and some new, all gather round South Capitol Avenue. They come for the tailgate, some drive and some fly. Colts fans show up with fire in their eyes, yelling, "Go Host, go Big Blue!" We're in the stands, the tried and true, here to watch this football sensation. Come on, let's go, Colts Nation, the Colts Nation. We take this very serious, it is not a joke. We're back, all the players, we're back in it, coach. We stream and we root, we raise up our fists to support this team from Indianapolis. Go Host, go Big Blue, we're in the stands cheering for you, here to watch this football sensation. Come on, let's go, Colts Nation, the Colts Nation, Colts Nation. Screaming, go Host, go Big Blue, we're in the stands, the tried and true, here to watch this football sensation. Come on, let's go, Colts Nation, yeah, Colts Nation, that Colts Nation. Come on, let's go, Colts Nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, for the thousands that's in attendance and the millions and millions all over the world, welcome to the best sports show in the world with your boy Big P, Clyde the Voice, Big Country, Missing Thomas Frost, and your boy CJ. Welcome to the Anvil Show. Now bang that bish.
And while we got your attention, please like, subscribe, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You know the deal. Welcome back to another Anvil Show. Almost got a full house. But everybody's been battling illness. Some have computer issues and all kind of other things. So we bring you the best we got. How you fellas doing tonight?
Doing good, brother. You?
I can't complain.
I'm good. I'm great. I'm healthy. I'm alive.
Good. I'm great. I'm healthy. Country, how you doing?
Man, if it wasn't for this back pain, I'd be better, but no complaints here.
Youngest old guy I know.
How you doing, Clyde?
Rode hard and put away wet, baby.
There it is. I'm doing. I can't complain this week. Got some weather down here. Texas rarely gets this type of weather, so it's
What kind of weather? What kind of weather is it?
Like, you know, we call it a wintry mix, but
Oh.
that shut us down, so we don't have to go to work today or tomorrow. So
Really? Just like little flurries, and they're like, "Oh, you can't drive on the road."
it's iced over, man, and it's Texas, and that's just enough said. We don't have the experienced wintry weather drivers here, so they did the right thing. They did the right thing, but that's neither here or there. Let's get right into this show. We're 10 minutes late, so let's jump into it. Here we go. So as it sits currently, there's only two teams without a head coach, that being ourselves and the Cardinals. Frank Wright was picked up last week by the Panthers. D'Amico Ryans and Sean Payton were hired today. D'Amico to the Texans. Sean Payton goes to the Broncos. The Broncos are just trading everything and bringing people in left and right. So they almost got that new Rams mentality.
F them picks.
Cash question.
Sure.
Has anybody found out what they're giving up to get Sean Payton?
Yeah, their first this year, and the second next year.
And two left
Okay.
and the nut
And then they get in return, they get a second this year, and maybe a third next year. The Broncos. Oh no, the Broncos get the coach. They get Sean Payton in a second or a third next year or some shit like that. Or third this year. That's what it is. They get Sean Payton in the third this year. They're giving up a first and the second. They're giving up this year's first and the second. And they got their first back from the Bradley Chubb deal. Remember, they had to trade they traded their first to the Seahawks, but then they traded Bradley Chubb at the end of the year. And then they're using that trade compensation to send to the Saints. What's up, Gloria? How you doing
It's not
tonight?
bad. That's, I was thinking they might have to give up more.
This is my thing. I'm
I
not.
would never. I'm done giving up first round picks, man.
My thing is this, bro, and I don't give a shit. It's called being an ass. I'm reading a book right now, and it's enlightening. The subtle art of not giving a fuck. So you know what? If you haven't read that book, I'm promoting it. I'm pushing it. Read that shit. It would change your life. But anywho, I'm not giving up a first round pick for a fucking coach. I don't give a fuck that you won a Super Bowl damn near 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago. I don't fucking care. So it's a coach. So fuck that. Like, that's just me.
Yeah, I feel you. You know, is he going? Do you think he's going to turn around the whole Bronco game plan? Is they going to be successful next year?
I mean, they got the pieces in place.
They got the pieces, but is Sean Payton that guy? Is he the answer? I mean, he's a good coach. He's a good coach, but is he the answer?
I don't like to sound like a contradiction. I really don't. Because we know coaching is important. Lord knows we know that as we search for hours.
Yeah.
What I'm getting at too is sometimes a name, when it's said into the world, is like, that's the one. Go get him. And then you find out what it takes to get said person. And you're like, okay, well, there's plenty of other guys that will have opportunities that are being hired and interviewed left and right. So why not go that route? It's nothing to Sean Payton. But is that what you're saying? You're that desperate that you got to give a first and a second this year for a fucking coach?
A coach.
Yeah.
Not a player, not somebody in the game, but a coach.
But look, they put that desperation on themselves.
Well, yeah.
After giving everything they gave up just to get Russell Wilson.
And my thing is, how much are they going to be paying him too?
Well, I mean, yeah,
that part that doesn't matter because that comes out of the budget. That don't come out of the salary cap.
Yeah.
So
Man,
they
got
whatever the hell they want.
Man, they got the Waltons. They'll pay him whatever he wants.
Yeah, I mean, Elway is a winner, bro. You know, he's been to 5 Super Bowls, 1, 2. Then he's won 1 as a GM and his ex or whatever you want to call it. So he's definitely in it to win it. And I'm not upset with him. Who are we to, sit here and critique somebody who has been more successful than us over the last 2 decades?
We're the Anvil crew. It's our jobs to critique.
Oh, I get it. But what
No,
I'm saying,
I know what you're saying.
No, I'm just saying, like, to me, like, I feel like their investment is so heavy into Russell Wilson that they have to make something. They have to give him a coach that's credible. I mean, he had all his entire career was Pete Carroll, right? So no need to say nothing there. Between college and NFL, credible, worthy source. But then you give him Nathaniel Hackett, and he couldn't hack it. Clyde's gonna get himself an Omaha. It was corny, but I like it. But yeah, so I don't think they need. I don't think they're gonna roll the dice there. And now, as I'm thinking about it, not trying to like completely undermine what I just said, all the names out there would have been more new people, maybe first time head coaches, maybe somebody just coached a little bit, Frank Wright type situation, but they didn't go that route. So maybe they're going with a guy who was a tenured coach for a decent amount of time. I mean, he was with the Saints from 06 till last year. Well, not this year, but the year before. So 15 years or so. So perhaps maybe that's the mindset. Don't know, because the last few coaches, think about it. The last few coaches in Denver. So you go back to who was a Super Bowl winning coach? That was Wade. Was Wade the one that won the Super Bowl for Denver?
I believe so. It was. I'm not 100% sure.
No,
Are you sure?
It was.
tall
Wasn't
guy
John
came
Fox.
from.
It wasn't John Fox, was it?
He came from Los Angeles Raiders.
The Super Bowl winning
Kubiak, is that right?
Gary Kubiak.
when they beat the Broncos, or when they beat the Panthers? No, I could be wrong. But anyway, what I was getting is they had Fangio. I forget the black head coach they had for a little bit, and they had Hackett. So they've been kind of going, coach limbo. But whatever. Let's get to our situation.
All right.
That's probably what everybody care about. So yes, the 3 teams have coaches, still 2 without coaches. Now, what I've read today is Brian Callahan's coming in. We're on the hook to try to reschedule with Steichen. But Callahan is potentially coming to us tomorrow, and then has something set up with AZ on Thursday. So to me, it's really boiling down to, looks like Raheem Morris, Callahan, Steichen, and I think Bieniemy is still in the running. Though he's been getting a lot of OC offers, and I don't know why he would make a lateral move. That doesn't make sense. Tennessee offered him one, maybe more money, maybe, but it's still a lateral move. I don't know why he would go from OC to OC.
Yeah.
That Philly OC is still in line too.
I just said Steichen. That's his name.
Oh,
Steichen.
did you? I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I was
And then-
reading and
then of-
doing 5 other
And
things.
then of course Jeff Saturday is still in the running as
Oh,
well.
yeah. Jeff's in the running too. But one
Yeah,
thing
but-
that's interesting, are you guys following this? What's his daughter's name? She's very involved. Ursay's daughter.
Kylan, I think, is the one they're talking about.
Yes, the dark hair.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
very involved.
Yeah.
And they're saying that she's thinking about a forward thinking coach, which might eliminate Jeff. And is
Yeah,
apparently
for
Jim didn't have a lot to do with the first wave of interviews either. There's a lot of
Was she involved in the first interview? First wave?
she was involved in all of it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's
To
been
the-
really her.
She's
It's
been
been
cute.
her and Ballard. Yeah.
Yeah. She's been cued in on the field with play calls and everything throughout the year. Like that type of locked in. We all know that Ursay eventually is going to give it up to the girls to run the squad, but seems like she's taking a very active position.
Well,
Almost
she's the oldest. She's going to be the CEO, I think.
Yeah. So this is interesting. This is fun shit. This reminds me of what's that movie? Any Given Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Cameron Diaz.
Yeah. Cameron Diaz took over and was like, "Look, we about to change it up. We're going with Beeman, steaming Beeman."
Willie Beeman.
Fucking right.
Oh, Willie Beeman.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I think that this weekend, what did this weekend, if anything, and I hate to say this, yeah, a lot of people were saying Callahan too. I hate to say this. Oh my God, here comes Tez back with his AR-15. Boy, he could
Get him, Tez.
But no, he said Stroud too. Which we're gonna talk about that too. You put some interesting stuff in there. So we're gonna do some clip notes on that later. But no, one thing I would say to this whole coaching thing, did the impact of these games have anything? Did it sway you in any way on who this next coach might be? Because I mean, all of them performed despite Bengals losing, they still had a solid outcome.
It was hard to say because no matter what, everybody did their job diligently. They did what they supposed to do. I mean, so like, who do you go with right now? Because no matter what, the contenders as for the coaching position, you already know that they're going to get somebody pretty good.
Yeah, you can't do that, Tez. Absolutely. I think that was me and Harvey's beef a couple weeks back.
Yeah.
Hey,
Tez, we're going to talk about that. Hey, we still on the same page, Tez.
Yeah, you got to trade down, way down. But no, I don't know. So watching the games this weekend, let's ask everybody around the room. And of course, this question's open to the to everybody that's listening, did any coach, or what you witnessed or what you saw, did any one of those coaches like jump off at you like, man, I could really get behind this type of play caller? They're all play callers, so that's the good thing.
Yeah, the Bengals, Callahan. Everybody talked about how Jamar Chase is the guy. But if you watch that game against Kansas City, Jamar barely had anything thrown to him. That OC spread that ball around, confused the fuck out of that defense. If it wasn't for their line getting to Burrow, that game would have been totally different because they didn't know what to do when he threw to Boyd, Higgins, and their tight end, what's his name? Hurst,
yeah.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do, and they couldn't stop it. All because he was smart enough to game plan away from Chase, even though he is that guy.
Yeah.
He game planned away from that because knowing he's going to have 2-3 sets of eyes on him every time.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to think about it, bro. Like I said, we talked about this before, but he was, in the locker room, in those quarterback rooms during the Peyton Manning days, and in Denver. And I mean, Peyton Manning only set and broke records basically every year he was out there, except for the year that the arm kind of gave out for sure. But I mean, they was putting up psycho numbers. So he knows how to move it around. And let's go back to Callahan, his father. Remember the Raiders in 01-02 when they made the Super Bowl? That was a record-setting year for Rich Gannon. Rich Gannon was 1,000,000 years old and went out there and put up some crazy numbers that year and took him to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and so if you look at our team and the talent that we have with JT, Pittman Jr., Alex Pierce, surely we're keeping Paris Campbell. And man, and our tight ends, Jelani, get Ogletree healthy, and Kylan. Fuck, man, this guy has so much he can play around with.
But he still needs another threat on a wide receiver. I'm just gonna put that out there.
We're not getting into that just yet.
I'm just saying. I just want to put that out there.
That's all you say every damn year. We need a wide receiver one. We need a wide receiver one.
Well, we do.
We need a quarterback first to throw it.
Exactly. But we need a wide receiver, a good wide receiver one to catch it.
But they're not. I'm telling you, they're not in free agency, Carvey. So you got to do your research. This ain't the year. I'm telling you, there's nobody out there like, ooh, we got to go.
I've been hearing. We'll finish about the coach because I've been hearing some names.
But anyways, that'll be my final point to the Callahan thing, and that's what stood out to me. Now, I wish he would have used the running game and Mixon a lot more than what he did, because that's going to take a lot of pressure off that front four. When you put a running game in where they can't decipher if it's a pass or run play, and that opens up that box a little bit more. But ultimately, I did like how he spread that ball around and he utilized others than the star names.
All right, Country, where you at on this?
I mean, I was gonna say Callahan and Steichen. They really showed out to me, like backpacking off what Big P said, and then the connection between Peyton Manning and Callahan, kind of fits in that Colts mold a little bit. Definitely like the way he spread the ball. But Steichen, man, I just think he's going to be that aggressive play caller that we need. I mean, he literally picked apart the number one defense in the league. But, not only did the run was super successful, but the passing game was open as well, when it needed to be. And it was just from him just picking apart that number one defense. And, I really was surprised that it went the way it did, as high scoring as it was going to be with the Eagles offense. I really thought the San Francisco defense was going to shut them down, but Steichen really put in the work and really showed film to his players. And, it just goes to show you that due diligence, studying film and everything is what it's all about. And consistency, I've preached that for a year and a half now. And Steichen, is consistent with play calling, and that's what we need.
Yeah. Okay. So you going Callahan too, Carvey? Or what did you like?
I'm going Callahan. So enough said.
I'm gonna say
But I still like the dude from Kansas, KC.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
I'm
the enemy too.
the enemy. Like, I mean, I'm not saying this is the greatest, but they were kind of risque, bro. Like they running laterals in the AFC Championship in the
True.
first quarter.
True.
Like,
Yeah. Like what's really going on? But I see what they trying to mix it up and everything. But that's why I say I like him. But I'm just a peon, so don't worry about me.
all right, Pittman going for that number one. Ballard and Poles were longtime partners in KC. That talker option, I believe, is Chinese wide receivers. How did I quit play? Okay, first one I'm So I think it's just right to roll right into that segment. Let's go into the quarterbacks. And P, I'll let you lead this. So I'm gonna bang it and open that floor because that's a good point.
What's up, Adam J? I'm going to pull this back up. Pittman goes for the number one. Ballard and Poles were longtime partner in KC. If anyone gets to talk or option, I believe it's us. Chicago needs wide receivers. We need obvious need for Pittman plus our fourth for number one. That trade there, I can actually see having some juice to it.
Why do we want number one though? Like nobody sold me on that. Why do we need
I'm not saying we need it. And
why do we
and in my opinion, I think CJ Stroud, Will Levis, and Anthony Richardson has a higher ceiling than Young. That's just my take on my take on it.
No. I mean, why? I'll explain why. I'm not trying to be funny, but like, why do you say that?
Because
he said I can't explain it.
I mean, you put it out there, so you might as well have an explanation.
Anthony Richardson, I know you'll understand this one. Okay, he's very good. He's got all the tangibles.
Yes,
but he needs coaching, right?
Correct.
So with that matter of coaching, with the right coaching, you can take those tangibles and you can turn him into a 2 times better player, a 3 times better player, a 4 times better player. Okay. So it in my opinion, Anthony Richardson can be that 4 times better player.
Okay.
He will. I'm telling you right now, mark it down, mark it in your counter. He will be the Lamar Jackson that everybody passed on, and 2 years afterwards, everybody wants on their team.
I like what you that guy. Okay, I like what I'm hearing.
Because he has a higher ceiling.
Okay.
Because you can do more with his talent when you coach him up. Bryce Young, to me, is already pretty close to the top of his ceiling.
So you think Bryce Young is not going to? I mean, I'm just saying you think
little.
No, it just
because I want to hear about Will Levis because I don't think he should be in the top 3 regardless. But go ahead.
Young is day one ready. Would you guys agree with that?
I mean, yeah, he's ready. He's game ready. You know?
Okay, so when you bring in an NFL coach and you start coaching these kids to the NFL level, is he going to be a 1 times better player with that coaching, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times?
He's going to get better regardless because
he's going to get better, but he's down in that 1 or 2% better.
Where you think he's going to be like a Kyler Murray type of player?
I do. I really do. But where CJ Stroud, Will Levis, and Anthony Richardson, they've got all the tangibles to where they can be 3, 4, 5 times better than what they are now.
All right, I
with
agree.
The right coaching. That's why I say, and I wouldn't trade up. I would not trade up to get Bryce Young. Let Houston have him.
All right, I'm gonna be okay. Can I jump in real quick? I agree with you into one person. I'm gonna take off that list. Will Levis. Take it, scrap it, throw it in the trash. No. Will Levis, he's not that guy. I'm sorry. Will Levis is.
Everybody's saying that. Why though?
He's not.
Harvey's the only one saying it.
Okay, Yeah, I'll say it. And I'm gonna keep on saying it. The dude's
I
a
say
bum.
I've been
Go-
saying it.
Yeah, he's garbage. To me, Will Levis is garbage. He's inconsistent. He's slow as. Yeah, he got an arm. I give that to him. The kid got an arm. He got an arm, but he's not accurate. Huh?
DJ Stroud's the next Leaf. Oh my god.
Zach, you're killing me. Killing me.
Oh,
Well, I'm
wow.
gonna say it. So this is my. If it's gonna be somebody to take Will Levis and to replace him, I put Hooker up there.
I mean, that's what I was gonna say. Like, if Hooker wasn't hurt, Levis wouldn't be in this conversation for a top 3 pick. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. Will Levis is not. I'm sorry, he's just to me, he's not great. And everybody keep on and all these things.
Because he's from Kentucky.
No, because no.
See,
no, he's not. To me, he's not good. He's not. I mean, okay, well, we've seen the good highlights. Let's actually watch his plays. And the kid, he misses. He be overthrowing his players sometimes. I'll be throwing into the crowd. He cannot read defense. The kid cannot read defense.
that's where I disagree. I think he can read defense. He just trusts his arm too much. It's no different than Patrick. Patrick Mahomes coming out had the same type of critique because Patrick Mahomes took a lot of risk in college. Like he was trying to throw the ball in triple coverage on a rope. So way before we seen him throwing left-hand passes and underarm passes, he was making, and that's what, to me, Andy Reid was like, yeah, I'm looking past that because he traded up to get him. But that's why Patrick Mahomes was a 20. Was he like in the 20s? I think he was like in the 20s. They traded up to get him. But he's seen the potential in him. But I'm saying, like, that was his knock. Like, his turnover ratio was psycho because he was just trying too much shit. And now look at him. Anybody that can say they predict the future is, crazy psycho, right? Like, yeah, right. But, I mean, in my opinion, and it's no knock on AR-15, like, everybody talks about, like, Lamar Jackson. And despite Lamar Jackson having an injury this year, even if he would have played the whole season out, he's not a top-tier quarterback. He's not Josh Allen. He's not Herbert. He's not because those guys are better passers than him. Now, he's an athlete, and he can make shit happen, and I think AR-15 will eventually – I think he'll initially lean on that heavily. But we've seen – and I was wrong here. We've seen the rise of Trevor Lawrence this year, showing like, okay, remember, I was a great passer in college. Things are starting to line up for me. I got a good coach. I got a good offensive mindset. I'm making better passes. I'm playing better. Just because you're an athlete doesn't make you the guy. At some point, that wears off. At the beginning of Vic's career, he was all athlete, but the dude couldn't throw. At the end of his career, after him getting in trouble, going to jail, dude comes back. He's a prolific thrower. But look how long that's more than a decade.
But
he can still run around.
And Vic can still throw. Don't get twisted. Vic can throw back then as rookie, even though running, he could throw.
No, throwing the ball and being accurate with the ball, that's night and day. Like, yeah, he could throw that shit 70 yards on a rope. But hey, I got to force it into a tight window. Hey, what's this read? And you got to watch him. I forget what podcast he was on, maybe Shannon Sharp. But you got to listen to him talk. He's like, bro, I was just out there playing. Like, I'll tell you right now. Reading the defense, yeah, what was that?
All right, read what Ted says this. Say the draft is here, and the first 2 QBs are gone, and we're sitting at 4th. And Levis and AR are at 4. Who are you taking and why?
Well, are we in the mindset?
I'll take AR because
I'm saying AR
got a higher ceiling.
Clyde, who you taking? Clyde, come on, Clyde.
Damn, let him answer, man.
Oh, Chris Ballard. I'm thinking like Chris Ballard. Chris Ballard's going to take Will Levis, and we just going to have to deal with it and not be.
Put that bro bun on yourself, man.
Okay, I bet you I'm right. I bet you I'm right.
I guarantee you're right.
So here's the thing: when you trade back, and everybody talks about trading back, like we have been in quarterback limbo, sure, but last year was the scariest of any year because we actually were so upset with Carson Wentz that we traded his ass with no fucking plan, none. zero zilch. And it just happened to be that Matt Ryan was pissed off with the way they handled him when the whole Deshaun Watson thing looked like it was going to end up there. And then he was like, ugh, y'all kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So, in my opinion, Chris Ballard has to learn from that. He cannot have a for sure thing because there's no guarantee that he's going to come back up. I think somebody will reach on AR-15. Somebody will. To me, and this is before they've done pro day, this is before combine, anything. To me, right now, he's a 3rd round pick, maybe 2nd. Like, he's not like, oh shit, you got to get him. But every year there's somebody like that. Remember when Eason was in the draft? People was like, oh, well, this guy could be a 3rd round pick. Dude, that dude's a 7th round pick. But we end up taking him in the 4th round. Moral of the story is you're looking at what he did in college and trying to materialize that to being NFL ready. And unfortunately, that just doesn't work that way all the time. He's not NFL ready. And we are not a franchise that's going to Pat's point. I don't think we're in a franchise that has the luxury of waiting. We don't have the luxury of 2 to 3 years, Pat.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm just saying, to me, and I didn't say he was going to be a franchise quarterback for us, but he will be for somebody within 2-3 years. Yeah, I guarantee it. Mark it down right now.
And then we're going to say, man, we should have got him. Hey, I was wrong.
Everybody's going to
really good.
There's going to be like, 31 fan bases saying, damn, we could have got him. Damn, we should have had him. Just like they are Lamar Jackson right now because he was drafted 32.
Preach.
That's a tough spot to be in, right? Because I've been a part of that. I guess that conversation before when I felt that way. Like I felt robbed when we didn't go after AJ Brown and we took Rocky Sin. I felt robbed when we didn't go after several, DK, a couple of wide receivers that we didn't go after that draft and we ended up taking Rock fucking Sin. But what I'm saying is for every time that happens, there's a time when something else happens too. Because we could have, keep this in mind, we could have maybe Herbert right now. Because we didn't draft Quentin Nelson in that draft. I'm pretty sure they're in the same draft. So there's other situations that could or may have happened before that we forget. You know what I mean? Or maybe that was a different draft. Moral of the story is I think there's somebody we could have had, but we took somebody else.
Maybe it's not Herbert. I could be the last message, so I want him to see it. It says, I hope we draft 2 QBs. I know that's correct, sounds crazy, but if we draft CJ Stroud and maybe grab Hooker in the 3rd or 4th, AR isn't a 3rd pick, bro. 3rd round pick, bro. His trades and that's I'm telling you, he's too good to be a 3rd pick. He is too good.
Most people didn't even know his name until October, November. But stop.
He was in the Heisman category.
Stop. I cannot do this, man. Like, people gotta chill, bro. Like, he was not even.
But who are you? Okay, who are you on? Who are you on? Will Levis? That's who you on?
I'm not on Will Levis. I'm on CJ Stroud, and I'm the biggest Michigan fan in the world, and I'm actually believing in Ohio State quarterback.
But after CJ, who you got next? Who's next? Who will?
Probably Will Levis.
You smoking,
bro? We are in a bad spot. We are in a shitty spot. Like we're in a shitty spot because we have the 4th overall pick, and the length and the gap in the draft actually hoses us. So had we had a decent season, let's say we are the Jags. We win the division at 9-8. We win a playoff game. We lose in a divisional. Now you could talk AR-15 all you want to, because at that point we're drafting in the 20 somewhere, and all of the guys that are the oh my gods are gone. Now you could talk AR-15, you could talk Hooker, but to have a lottery pick and be talking about a 2nd or 3rd round player as your guy, it's nuts. To me, that's kind of like off the rocker. Like you're just in a bad spot, and that's how it happens sometimes. Unfortunately, that's how it happens sometimes. It really goes to the left because like had we had the season, if we had a mediocre season. And we finished let's say we finished like we finished last year. So what was our pick this year in the draft? that we didn't
last year? Wasn't it in the 20s?
That's what I'm saying. So let's say we had that year. Didn't make the playoffs, but we were 9-8. Talk AR-15 all you want to. I don't mind it. Let's give them. but we are in the lottery, bro. Like teams wait years, sometimes decades to be in the lottery.
Hey, you
can't talk about a second or third round quarterback.
Hey, you know what may be crazy? All these quarterbacks that we talking about may not be the best quarterback. You know, maybe the very last quarterback that get drafted.
Brock
that
Purdy.
May show up. Brock Purdy.
There you go. Look,
get some Brock Purdy's players up here, man.
There it is, B. I mean, and that's how this game is so unfair at times. Unless you're a surefire pick, and oh my God, we've been lucky twice in our career to do that. Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, and don't get me wrong. Each year, there were arguments from fan base, from the analysts, from all the people that call themselves experts of why Leaf could have been the dude or why RG3 could have been the dude. So though they were surefire, there were still like somebody like, oh, but what about Ryan Leaf? And what about? And we know how both of those stories went. That's all I'm saying.
The thing is, any team picking 1 through 5 that's going to grab a quarterback can easily have a Ryan Leaf situation on their hands.
Yeah, you
hopefully,
I mean, they could also have a Sam Bradford situation on their hands too.
Yeah, there's that's why I like how Ballard does this, and character of these players is big on him.
Yeah, that's true, but a lot of times I don't give a fuck about that. For a lot of reasons.
Okay, but if that is one of the ways you determine that this person isn't going to be a Ryan Leaf, why wouldn't you care about that?
I mean, because that's hit or miss. Like we'll say he's not.
No, it's not. It's psychological traits that are proven.
No, but there's no Colts way either. Like that's just a saying. What the fuck is the Colts way? You could come up with a bunch of bulletin board shit, but a player is a player. We're not gonna play that game, Pat. Like, oh, I need you to, I know every little what's it called? Every little on the horseshoe. There's 7 of them, right? What are those things called? I'm gonna call them nails, but that's not what they're called. But the little circles on the horseshoe?
Yeah.
On our emblem, that means something. Did y'all know that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so each one of those means something. So I get it. You can have a value, you can have a mission statement, what you're looking for in players, this blah, all this other bullshit. Fine. But in the fucking day, can you throw the football? Can you catch the football? Can you run the football? Can you tackle the football? That's what we're hiring you to do, despite all the other shit.
Please read this. Pat, can you read this out for this guy? Can you read this? Can you read for this guy?
I can read it. I don't.
Well, read it out loud so everybody can hear.
He's highly educated. He can read.
No, because some people that's on Spotify listening, they can't know what's going on.
Okay,
so
that's fair. Accuracy or having a complete accurate quarterback isn't a must in this day and age. It's all about mobility and hitting players in spots while being on the move. AR will already have a top 5 arm once being drafted. Then you add his mobility, bro. You smoking if you think AR is a bust. You can't
smoking.
But who said he was a bust? I never said that. I said when you're in the lottery, you can't be talking about that guy as your dude. That is the unfortunate position, but fortunate position that we're in. We're in the fucking lottery because we suck. And we cannot be talking about, well, let's look at this 2nd round quarterback. That's our guy. That doesn't even make sense.
I don't think he's a second round. I don't think he's a 2nd round though. I don't see. I'm trying to understand where you see where he's a 2nd round because he's not.
Because who needs a quarterback? That's what I'm saying. Who needs a quarterback? So sometimes the positioning of teams, just the draft order, the way it lays out, will play into where you get drafted. Despite because it can't always be because a lot of people say you just take the best available. Right. Okay, well, if the best available is a quarterback and I'm the Chiefs, so I'm not taking a quarterback. That's just how it goes. So I'm saying like we would have to break it down, and we don't have this stuff on us right now, but we have to list maybe the top 5 or 6 teams that need a quarterback. Because to me, I would say more than half of the league is pretty locked at quarterback. So, and then other people are just kind of in this weird situation. You know who I would be afraid of maybe taking a AR-15 late in the first round?
Who?
The 49ers.
Carolina. 49ers.
The 40 fucking Niners.
Nah.
I'll tell you what.
Purdy behind AR-15.
Because I mean, he's Mr. Irrelevant, right? 7th round guy. Okay, so we're not losing nothing there. Rookie deal. Trey Lance, sure, the verdict is out, but who knows? And Jimmy G, which every year
He's
it's like,
gone.
oh, we don't need him. We don't need him, and then he's gone.
He really is gone this year.
Because last year he was technically gone, and then he's like, hey, just playing. Come on in here. Because our quarterback has no leg now. So come on back. We was just playing, Jimmy. Take it easy on us. So all I'm saying, I can see them maybe like, hey, or what's his name? Shanahan. Like, he don't give a shit. He's really gonna do what he wants to do.
All right. Ted said, mind you, we never visit CJ Stroud or Bryce Young games as much as Will Levis and AR-15. Scouts have been to both guys' games numerous times.
I mean, these are facts, but it's not like Ohio State is in USC, so or is in LA. Like what I'm getting at is, I mean, bruh, they right across the street.
Yes, Sean, they do.
Sean said, don't the Panthers have the 49th pick? 49ers pick.
And shit, take them. He could too. I mean, I don't know, but even still, bro, I'm not saying the guy is a bust. People are the problem that we're having is it's like if you're where we are, you don't talk about where you're not. Like, you can't talk about somebody as your guy that's not in that top group. That would be a complete gaffe, man.
Hey, Tez, I like the analogy. He says, Tez said, I'm not taking a guy who puts mayo in his coffee and eats banana pills. I'm sorry.
I mean, sure, that's weird as shit, but who gives a shit? Like,
Kirby says Levis is going to be a bust. This
he
kid
can't read a defense
and terrible mistakes in passing the ball. Thank you, Kirby. I said this earlier today on the show. I said the same thing.
I just talked about that. He takes the same chances that big arm quarterbacks take. I mean, I don't even understand what we're doing.
Put mayo in his coffee.
I mean, again, I am not vouching for Will Levis. Like, oh, that's my dude. There's a lot of people in our fan base that are doing that.
Yeah,
I already told you who I think our dude is, but I'm also looking at where you're positioning yourself. Like, let's not do hypotheticals. But we'll say this. I'm gonna ask this to Taz. I'm gonna ask this to everybody else is out there. So, are you trying to tell me if we draft CJ Stroud, he's available at 4? You're pissed because we didn't trade back and wait to get AR-15 at you name it? Is that what y'all also are saying?
No, I'm not saying that. I would be happy with CJ Stroud.
Okay, so I think we need to stay in that lane until that blows up in our face for whatever reason.
But I'm just saying,
stay in that lane.
And I'm just also we gotta have backup plans, you know.
So hell no to what part, Taz? Hell no to you're not upset, or hell no.
I believe he said he's not upset. That's what he says. He said hell no. He's like he's not upset with it.
So that's all I'm saying. So,
but I'm just saying if he's not available,
now let's be hypothetical. If we move up to 1, is that a guarantee that that's Bryce Young?
No.
So who is it then? CJ Stroud at 1 or CJ Stroud at 4?
CJ 1. I'm gonna say CJ.
Well, why move up when you don't have to?
No. Because
I agree.
Because that's telling you that somebody else feels the same fucking way.
Yeah.
And it's probably a lot of people who won't say it, but a lot of people once we get through pro days and we get through the combine, I'm not sure if Bryce Young is the clear-cut one.
I agree.
He's not the clear-cut one right now.
Oh, he is right now.
I'm telling you right now, I believe
with Bryce a lot Young, of them, but there's quite a few people putting Levis above him.
Well, I don't know, they're not being reasonable, but
maybe not. I'm just saying.
Bryce is battle tested,
messenger.
Been in an offense that is a pro offense, made plays at the highest level. Like, I get it that Levis is in the SEC, but he hasn't always played great against the SEC. I mean, he just hasn't. So then there's that.
Adam said I'll be Jordan. Adam said Quinn Johnson.
Yeah, now he's talking different positions, and I understand that, but I'm telling you, as a fan base, like there is no time like the present, and if the Colts do not select a quarterback, I don't really care who it is, but if they don't select a quarterback, it's gonna be. You see how they just tore down the city because the Eagles won. They're gonna tear down the city because we still BSing, because there's free agency hopes are really one guy, and we're not going to pay upwards of 250 million or more for Lamar Jackson. It's not going to happen. It ain't going to happen.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you, Kirby. I'm going to pull the remaining hair in my head. And we pick Levis.
I'm not, because look, I remind this panel and the chat.
Oh, that's great.
We don't have the staff like these organizations do to send people to all these games to sit and watch hours upon hours upon hours of film on these guys and really start dissecting them. We don't get to talk to these guys like they do. So if Ballard says Levis is his guy, I'm going to go with it.
Let's do this.
I'm not freaking out.
Nah, man.
And I'm not freaking out for those reasons.
Let's do this.
If we get Levis, we might as well stick with Sam Ellinger.
Okay. See, you've been asking.
Here we go.
Because you've been on the fence of wanting to Omaha, and now you got the shit. See, because you just be doing the most.
All right, let's go. What's up?
All right. I'm not upset with Stroud. Then AR. But if we don't trade up and someone like Carolina or Raiders trade up ahead of us, then what would you do? So, again, we have to go back to, is patience of a virtue? Anybody that trades up that doesn't have a quarterback, they're getting a quarterback. There's no exact science to know what they're feeling, but I'm telling you, people go off of what they've seen. So Zach Wilson at BYU, sure, there was highlights there, but it was the fucking WAC, literally the WAC conference or whatever the fuck they are out there. CJ Stroud, I think, had the knock on him. Well, he's just going to be another quarterback from OSU that don't make it. But then he went and played his ass off against Georgia. And everybody was like, well, holy shit, because that's the greatest defense in college football. Maybe top defense in college football history, the way they have been playing. And he dissected them. And it's just like, if you want to see somebody at the highest of the high, then show me what you're going to do at the highest of the high. And he showed us. So, and I think he has better intangibles than Justin Fields when he came out. I think he has better intangibles really than any other Ohio State quarterback you can name over the last decade or so. That he's just different. You know what I mean? In my opinion, the accuracy is everything. And I feel like that's what's going to set him apart. Now, again, it's I had to laugh at that shit. But
joke.
But no, so that's what I'm saying, man. I don't think that we make any. I think we sit pretty and we sit tight, and we just believe in what I think there's a 1A and a 1B. Now,
and I agree with you. I think those options are going to be available to us. I really do.
Yeah, it's going to be all about what the Texans want, and of course, the Bears are in a great spot. They need a lot of shit, so they are looking for somebody to come up and offer them the house, because they look, I need to take this draft and pick up as many top tier players in the first and second round as possible. So if that's what you want to spend to come up here, I'm for it. And of course, we're going to hold our hand. If the only thing you know about Chris Ballard, he's not going to show his hand and he will fold his hand. So those are the two things. He ain't going to be like, ooh, I'm all in because I think I got the best hand. He'll fold that shit. So he'll know what the deal is and he'll be like, ooh, yep, there it is. Go to plan B. So, yeah, there's no free agent quarterback this year other than Derek Carr.
So what did he say? Can you read this out?
Said, I don't want a free agent quarterback. I want a rookie guy that we can build around. I don't care who we draft, but if it's between Levis or AR, you got to take the bigger upside guy who will only be 21 to 22 years old once season starts. And and let a HC like Callahan or Eagles OC mold him.
Absolutely.
Theory.
And I think AR has that bigger upside. Now,
Oh,
is he a 4th round pick or overall 4th? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he's got tremendous upside. Tremendous.
Okay. Well,
don't he get Omaha?
for what? What do you know?
Because he said the same thing. Come on, man. Because I said AR at 4, I get an Omaha.
Bears need a priest to bless their team. All I'm saying too, it's like, so one thing that's forgotten in this is we're not in rebuild mode.
We're not.
So we don't have 2 to 3 years, man. Like you're not 21, 22 years old.
All right, but we're not rebuild mode.
Oh,
but do you think our rookie quarterback is gonna be he's gonna be the guy, but he's gonna make rookie mistakes.
Sure.
So we know that we're not gonna go to the deep in the playoff next round.
Why would you say that?
I mean, I'm just saying right now, because
if you pick the right guy, sure, because the team is already built. The team is built, bro. Literally.
But he's still gonna make rookie mistakes, though.
Rookie mistakes in a project ain't the same.
Okay.
Rookie mistakes is coming to the sideline.
I'm not saying I don't believe in my team. I'm not saying I don't believe in my team, but I'm just saying I'm being realistic. Okay, he's not gonna be the savior. He's not gonna come in and be almighty God quarterback and just win the Super Bowl. I'm just saying that
how do you know that?
I really don't think that's gonna happen. I'm gonna be real. Okay, I know he's gonna be good. I'm saying he's gonna be good, but he's not gonna come in and he's gonna make him some mistakes. He's not.
But you're missing key points to the game. Key points to the game is how many quarterbacks walk into the league and be like, oh, look who's behind me, and on paper, look who's in front of me, and also on paper, look who plays on the other side of the ball. And oh, by the way, they just happen to suck this year, and now they're a lottery team. They're not supposed to be a lottery team.
All I'm saying is I know we're not in rebuild mode, but I don't have my expectations high when we draft a quarterback. I just say give him about 2 years. Rookie year, sophomore year, then yeah, maybe. Rookie year, I don't expect our rookie quarterback to be the Messiah, the ones that's going to take us all the way to the Super Bowl, and we're winning the Super Bowl. I'm not going to be a Cowboys fan.
Okay, but that's because honestly, let's be honest. But that's honestly because of what? Because they're usually those dudes walk into the room, they walk into the team, and it's a shit show. When Trevor Lawrence showed up in Jacksonville, shit show. The difference, though, you take Joe Burrow. Yeah, he was the overall #1 pick. Cool. So be it. But he blew his knee out halfway through the first year. Next year, Super Bowl. Year after that, AFC Championship. And oh, by the way, he's in his 3rd year. Jalen, you can take Jalen too. I mean, Jalen Hurts in the same situation. What I'm getting at is when you have a better situation, if our offensive line plays and JT is healthy and that defense plays better because they're already solid, but they just need to get better. Bro, we're not asking you to come in here and be the savior. You have to come in here and be a quarterback.
Okay.
Being a savior is Justin Herbert. Like, hey, bro.
Okay, answer this question.
Go do it.
Answer this question right here. Answer this question. As a quarterback, he's the captain of the ship, yes or no?
Not always. He's supposed to be.
But yes, supposed to be, right? He's supposed to be the leader of the team, one of the leaders of the team, correct? You're the one that you got. He's the one that's throwing the ball. He's the one that be accurate. He's the one that got to be like calling out the plays, calling audibles, and all that good jazz. Correct?
Fine. Yes.
For some, you know it's true. If you see something, okay. So, but right now he's going to make rookie mistakes. Every rookie quarterback out there will make a rookie mistake. I'm just saying I don't have my expectations high this coming up season. I know I'm not gonna. If we make it to the Super Bowl, awesome, sweet. But my expectation, I don't see us going to the Super Bowl. Okay. I may see us maybe going to the first round playoffs, maybe, but I don't see us.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay,
sorry.
That's fair.
Did you see us going to the Super Bowl with Matt Ryan?
Yes, I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, how many mistakes did a veteran quarterback make this year?
All of them.
A lot.
He made them all multiple times.
So you think a rookie quarterback is not going to make the same mistakes?
Nobody's saying that a rookie quarterback won't make mistakes
that Brock Purdy make. Let's do this. How many Brock Purdy comes into to a shit situation? You're QB number 3, and both QBs are not coming back out for the year. Now you have a good defense, a solid run game, and some good receivers. How many mistakes did Brock Purdy make on that fucking, what was it, on a 10-game win streak, 9-game win streak, whatever the fuck it was? How many did he make? He's Mr. Irrelevant. How many did he make? Then he just happened to get his UCL destroyed on the second or third drive of the game. So let's not even count the rest of the game.
All I'm saying is this:
how many mistakes did he make?
All I am saying, because you want to talk about being realistic and everything. So I'm just putting it out there. If you sit here and say that we are going to the championship soon as we draft this quarterback, you are smoking on something great, and you need to hand it to me because I'm trying to be as high as you. But because y'all think that I'm just being real, y'all said that this guy, the quarterback we're going to draft, is going to be the one that's taken to a Super Bowl. He's not. I say give us like year 2, maybe year 3. Okay, that's when we could say we're a threat. But when we get to
say that, why are you saying that then?
Because he got to get molded right. He got to get right.
But what about the rest of the team?
The team?
Who's staying in year 2? Who's 3? Who's up for contract? Who's potentially just had it with I can't take this frustration because we went another 3-13 or 4-12-1. So now, I might be ready as quarterback, but I'm kill my whole squad.
Well, it's on Chris Ballard to keep the people happy.
What? How you?
Hey,
what are you gonna
if they see, but hear me out. But if they see the quarterback doing good and being great, then they will stay. Yes. But I'm not saying
Acosta, me and you just sitting here watching black on black crime happen, aren't we?
For real. So answer the question.
Oh my God.
No. I want everybody to answer this question, yes or no. I want everybody to answer this question right now. Tell me right now. Do we see us when we draft a quarterback? Do you see us going to the Super Bowl? Yes or no?
I think you're asking the wrong question.
No, right now you're putting it as the quotes are.
Well, who sees anybody going to Super Bowl?
Huh?
Who going to Super Bowl next year, Carvey? Based on
I'm asking y'all. Because you're saying that we are.
But that's such a broad brush to paint.
But my thing is this though: we give us about 2 years, 2 or 3 years. I guarantee we will be a threat. Not this year coming up.
Okay, but you're assuming that you still have the same team. And the quarterback is just
better. If we don't have the same team, we just got to keep upgrading or doing good.
No, you will be rebuilding. That's what you will be doing. Because those dudes at that point will be year 8, whatever, or greater. So now you're another 2 or 3 years away.
I mean, JT was a rookie. Was JT a rookie? As a rookie running back, he came in, he did what he had to do. I'm not saying that we're gonna lose JT, but
I don't know what you're saying, Carver.
No, okay, but all I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this, though. If we rebuild, if we lose like a key player, like say we lose JT, I'm not saying we are, right? If we do draft a quarterback,
Keep Adam's point up there for a minute. Keep going, Carver.
I've been saying that.
No, but keep saying what you're saying because there's something else I want to say to that.
Go, I'm done. Go ahead, but no rookie quarterback in the NFL has won a Super Bowl.
Because see, that's the problem. Everybody talks about a team sport until you get to certain games. Then it's about the quarterback. See, the problem is no quarterback has really won a Super Bowl. That doesn't happen because the quarterback is a part of the team. So ultimately, if you think about a traditional rookie quarterback coming into a squad that they inherit that doesn't have any pieces and they are the guy and we're going to build around you, it's a long journey. It's a huge process. It took Peyton Manning, 10 years to make it. So
I agree.
What I'm getting at is when he came here at 3-13 in 98, we had nothing. We had just traded Marshall Faulk. He didn't even get to play with Marshall Faulk. Like He had nothing.
Nada.
So what I'm saying is, now you got your foundational piece, and the quarterback is the head of the table. I'll give you that. Okay. But now we got to build every other slot.
Okay.
So whoever we draft is lucky as shit. They're lucky as shit because they're walking in at worst. They're walking into a mid-level team at worst. At best, they're walking into a top 10 or greater team.
An upper quartile of the upper quartile.
Exactly. Like we were not supposed to be where we are. So it's not like there's like, oh shit, the worst team in the league is the fucking Bears and Texans. Oh my god.
Okay, so where do y'all see?
But this is what I want to tell you, Carvey.
Okay, tell me.
We talked about the quarterback play all year long. Yes or no?
Yes.
And that if we could just have a quarterback that make those throws,
have a quarterback,
just have a quarterback
yes,
that could extend the play.
Absolutely.
If we could have this, we would be a contender.
Absolutely.
So we get a rookie quarterback,
quarterback,
but he's extending plays. He's making throws.
He's making throws.
He's doing good reads on the field.
He's doing good.
Does that take this team out of contention?
Okay. If this team, with a rookie quarterback or not,
tell him.
If this team stays fucking consistent, this team will go far in a year or two. We need the team to play consistent. We need the coaching to be consistent. That's it. That's what this team's lacked for years. I will keep preaching it till I'm blue in the face. I don't give a shit. As long as we need to get our coaching on point, we need to get these players on, back on point again. And once these players start playing consistent football, like, what do you think Brock Purdy did what he did for? They were the most consistent fucking team in the NFL this year. Fight me for that. They got outplayed in the NFC Championship game, period. Yep. They were the most consistent team in the league. And that's why Purdy was as good as he was. He was consistent. If we get a rookie quarterback and he plays consistent football, we could go far.
But we're not. But we're not consistent though.
I
agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you, Costa. I agree with you. We gotta be consistent, but are we?
But we're not consistent for a lot of reasons, and one of those reasons was that we were not a threat at quarterback.
Our coaching. We were not a threat at quarterback. Coaching was terrible.
The two biggest reasons why we weren't consistent like that we're addressing first thing.
Yeah. Okay. Coach and quarterback. Stack the box. Yeah. JT is the best running back from the previous year, 1,800 yards, led the league. Stack the box. Make Matt Ryan beat you with receivers that we don't believe in. Hell, maybe he doesn't believe in. And go. And guess what? The formula worked. Because shit, where's the line? What's the line doing? Did you go back and break down some of these games? Shit, you can only block what's in front of you. So if you got fucking 8-9 people hovering around, and there's only 5 linemen down there. Guess what? You probably get negative yards. And guess what? We don't expect you to play action and beat us because Matt Ryan, though you have a quick release, you're not fast anymore. So you're not coming out, turning around quick and throwing it. It ain't happening.
I just got a question. That's all. Nobody answered. Yes, we draft a quarterback. Where do you see the Colts going?
All right, we got to see before I make that prediction. Yes, because I'm not just going to pull a prediction out of my ass.
That's not a good. That's
I want to see the kid in OTAs, mini camp, training camp. I want to see how he's gelling with the players, and then we'll go from. Then I'll give you a prediction.
I really just want to see I just really want to see the team. What does a team look like?
Yeah, and what's the coaching staff going to look like? Because right now, I mean, damn near we're getting a new head coach, we're getting a new defensive coach, we're getting a new OC. You know what I mean? There's a lot of changing pieces. A new quarterback. Hopefully,
nice new offensive lineman.
A couple of nice defensive linemen. You're right. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm not. I won't make a prediction right now. Let's see how the chips fall when Ballard plays his hands.
I agree, and the thing is, I agree with you. But my thing is this: with all the new pieces coming in, and everything needs to gel and start learning, I'll say give us about next year. Then the Colts will be maybe a threat as a championship team, but not this year coming up.
Were the Eagles a threat as a championship team last year? Remember, they made the playoffs and got bounced. Get out of here. Great. Damn. Pow. Get them gone. Last year were the Cincinnati Bengals a playoff ready team. They went and beat everybody on the road, made it to the Super Bowl. They were one play away from winning that shit. What I'm getting at is The theory behind a year jail, that don't mean shit. Zach Taylor just took over. So, okay, fuck it. We can't block for shit.
No, we can't.
Nothing. No, I'm talking about the Bengals last year.
I mean, yeah, true.
Block nobody. In fact, in the championship game where all the chips on the line, we're going to sack your quarterback 9 times. Holy shit. And he still won the shit. So all I'm simply stating is the theory behind, we need time to buy. You don't know that, bro. Like nobody said last year the way that they exited talking about the Eagles, that's the team to beat next year. They the best team in league based off a record. Nobody said that's the team to beat. Nobody.
I mean, you can vice versa it too. All of us seen what we seen at training camp and at the combine and OTAs and all that shit last year, right? And we thought, and what we seen looked promising. We thought we were going to be up there, and then look at us. We were fucking trash.
Bruh.
Let's hit these cliff notes real quick because that's what we were supposed to be.
Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go on with the show. Continue.
Let's start with Bryce Young real quick. So Bryce Young, ultra productive passer. All right, that's great. Effectively marries his eyes and feet. When he has room to step up in the pocket, he can forcefully drive the ball. When his foot space is limited, his ball lacks life. Now, some of his downside, as we already know, he's small, but the more concerning thing is his weight. Like 6 foot 194. T.Y. Hilton is bigger than him. I think we talked about that before, or about the same size. C.J. Stroud, desired size, arm strength, and decision-making for the position. He isn't a dynamic athlete, but always throws off of a firm and strong platform. Smooth delivery, throws a great tight ball, can layer the ball over linebackers and under safeties, puts a nice loft on deep balls, makes life easy on pass catchers. His issues is when he have to move and reset, and it causes his accuracy to suffer. He's a build-up speed runner, so he has escapability, but he's not going to beat you off the line. So he gets faster as he gets going. Will Levis.
Let me do this.
I've not seen this much hate in a long time.
Levis is an inconsistent player on tape. He is a bum. Bum.
Okay, you know what?
Cut him off.
Okay, here we go. Inconsistent player on tape. Check. Possesses ideal size, arm strength, and athleticism. Power thrower. Capable of fitting the ball into tight windows at the second and third levels, which gets him in trouble. Let's put that out there.
Bum.
However, he needs to be more consistent underneath.
Bum.
He has bad misses,
Bum.
especially when throwing to the left.
Bum.
Toughness in the pocket, lacks awareness, leads to some monster hits.
Bum.
Garbage ass bum.
He moved around 21, showing quickness and power as a runner.
Bum. Bum.
Oh my!
Don't feed the fire, Costa.
Bum.
You are feeding. You know what?
I have the same opinion though. I watched the motherfucker
You
play.
too.
He did not impress me.
All right, we got 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes because we're over. We got 3 minutes for the weekend. So let me move this because we stayed in here for 30 minutes.
Sorry. Talk about you didn't say number AR. Jerk.
We didn't have them notes. You don't have those in second and third rounders. Not yet.
Oh.
Yachty. Yachty.
He wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready. I expected. I was like, dang.
Oh, okay. Let's recap championship weekend right now. I think it's one word: refs. Pat, go.
Refs. Fuck the refs, man. I'm tired of those bastards. Call the game. Call it right. Call it fair. Quit this bullshit.
They gave them boys 5 plays.
Hell, even the announcers were saying Kansas City's got the ball on the 10-yard line. It's 12th down.
And
that was hilarious.
They were giving out plays like they were giving out smallpox blankets, bro.
Yeah, the flags
It's
are wild.
ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. It was wild. It was wild. That's what I'm gonna say.
So let's
Did
start with
anybody else catch that reference?
Yeah.
Clyde definitely did not.
what? I missed it. What'd you say?
I said the refs were handing out plays like smallpox blankets.
Oh my god, bruh. Where's Sarah? Sarah needs to sit right in your lap.
HR.
Shit.
Well, no, because
Fucking disease-ridden play calling, dude.
So if we get either Callahan or Eagles OC, do we keep Gus? Ooh,
I think that's up to the head coach.
Yeah,
if he
I
wants,
say-
wants him or not.
I say
Don't
good.
know.
I say I thought I can get down with the cover 3, bring the extra. You know, one thing that we did see of that, we got to see all of our secondary play, and that was a good valuation because we had a high grade on Nick Cross, and we seen that he lost his starting job early. And actually, Rodney Thomas got more looks later. You know what I'm saying? So I think Nick Cross had something to grow off of, but we did get to see Blackman come back. So that was a good thing, but that shit does not work. That's not the one.
Yeah, I thought we was going to be a lot more aggressive
No
on
turnovers,
defense
no blitzes.
than what we were.
Exactly,
So
my idea.
if
too.
we do get rid of Gus, I want an aggressive defensive coach. I want blitzes. I want it all. I want to be in your face, smash mouth defense.
But Wiley, didn't we have the most sacks in franchise history this year? I thought we had
Tied
like
it.
It
I think.
was tied. It was tied.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're talking to Mathis Free.
And like I said, right now, and our defense wasn't all 100%. So, imagine when everybody is 100%.
I understand the stats. I didn't see it.
Championship weekend, boys. Damn. Yes, Bengals got screwed.
Yeah, refs. One word. We said ref. We all said refs.
I think that was the best. I think that was the better of the
for
two
the
games.
49ers.
Definitely, because the Niner game was a wash. Unfortunately, Purdy got hurt. The other situation, though, like, how do y'all feel about the teammate going at the other teammate for making a mistake and knocking Mahomes out of bounds? Like, he went hard on him.
I didn't see that one.
To me, that was
either.
piss poor character. You don't kick your teammate when he's down.
Ooh, some other theories on that.
Not like that.
Where
if you wanted to climb his ass and get it to where he will never forget that, outside of camera view.
You get on for that, bro.
Whoa.
He said climb.
There, Big Pat.
You guys know what I mean.
Okay.
Psycho bastards.
Well, you climbing ass. I don't know what you mean, but okay. Anywho, staying on task. But I will say this though: where's the accountability in that? Oh, it's all good, man. Next year, put your arm around him. Fuck it. We all make mistakes. But remember, you want the coach to be an asses though. Omaha me. But like that's your thing, Pat.
That's
the
coach's job though.
Oh,
that's the coach's job, not your fellow man, not your player.
Why the fuck,
man? Because as a football, as you say, they're supposed to be your brother. Yeah, but just like what we talk about shouldn't be out on public. If we have a problem amongst each other, if I'm about to rip you a new one, I'm gonna do it. We gonna see each other. The whole media, the world's not gonna know what happened. You feel me?
Exactly, and that's my only point. If I do this or I do that, and you guys hold me accountable, you're gonna do that off camera. That's what his that guy should have done too.
So Michael Jordan
I'm just saying, do it off camera.
Why?
Because
are we
players are different.
VH1 drama queens show? No, we're not.
Man,
we ain't.
What?
Man. We just keep ourselves to ourselves.
That's my perspective. I gave it. Do with what you want.
Well, it's not as if he made a TikTok like embarrassing the guy. It just got caught on camera as they were walking into the locker room.
Exactly, and they all know there's a billion fucking cameras running around those fields.
But what I'm also
wait till we get to the locker room.
Here's the thing, man, and I think this can go either way. I don't know how much the guy felt like he was berated. I don't know. I wasn't there. Well, I know what I heard, and everybody's making their comments. But the thought is, like, bruh, accountability is everything. So there's a way to do it, sure, and then there's the way he did it. I think that if you're thinking about big boy feelings and big boy moments, we're not talking to second graders. So like, it ain't like Jordy, missed the game winning shot in the YMCA league, and then his 7-year-old teammates like, Jordy, what the hell? Like, they're second graders, bro. This is for the Super Bowl, right? Like, perhaps maybe you and everybody say it doesn't come down to one play. That is such a cop out because it doesn't come down to one play, but every play counts.
Facts.
So
Facts.
I hate when people say that because I'm like, well, you can't erase. And I hate when people actually try to break down the game. Like, well, if this wouldn't have happened, then the outcome is this. We wouldn't have lost. We wouldn't have missed a field goal. Bro, that happened in the second quarter. Let's say that bad play happened in the second quarter and it took us out of field goal range. We didn't get to kick it, or we missed the field goal, and now you want the kicker.
How many times the coach lost the game by 3 points because we didn't go for the field goal? You remember that?
Okay, you got that theory too. Yeah, I'm also saying, like, but it's like the game doesn't end at that moment, and everybody keeps that in mind, and you're still watching. But then when the game's over, oh, we should have did this. Can't happen both. So again,
there's always woulda, shoulda, couldas.
Facts, and you should have hit his ass.
But did you go back and watch it? Man,
it wasn't no bang bang
for flag happy refs that game had. Yeah, it looked rough. But if you go back and you slow that play down, he should not have been penalized.
No, he should have hit it.
Nah, it was more feet got tangled up than him hitting Mahomes out of bounds.
Pat, it was all upper body, Pat. You think you're missing the play, man. Mahomes had 2 on the tape. He was all the way out. And the guy, what happened to me is like no discipline. He was just in a hard full sprint chase, not looking at his peripheral, looking at the ground. He just seen red in Mahomes. Had no idea where he was at. Because Mike Hilton, watch Mike Hilton. Mike Hilton is standing out of bounds, flat foot like this, like almost telling him, like, hey, stop. So to me, if I'm Mike Hilton, and I know everything is happening a million miles a second, I'm tackling old boy. I would have threw my body into him to not hit Mahomes because he had that much time to do that. If you rewatch that play, he had that much time to do that.
I'll have to go back because I didn't pay attention to that.
Mike Hilton, the cornerback, is literally like this. He's kind of in like a sideways view. Mahomes runs right by him, and here comes old boy. He got his hands like this. So all he really had to do, Mike Hilton, is like extend, and he probably would have missed Mahomes. Now, the dude's a big linebacker, and Mike Hilton's a nickel back, so he probably was like counting his blessings, like, should I do this and get myself killed? But the dude, like I said, I'm not saying it's right.
I would have tripped him like,
You're not talking about feelings right here. Like, and like Michael Jordan said when he on that documentary he did, he was like, you might not agree with who I am and how I do things, but shit, I get shit done. He berated players all the time. And I'm not saying that's okay. But we're also talking about fucking grown-ups. So a lot of people have to cut that. Oh, well, these are because any other point you want to hold them accountable. If they drop an interception, you're going to hold them accountable. Oh, no, you in the league. You get paid all this money. Catch the damn ball. You ain't got nothing for him at that point. You got no sympathies at that point because then the next play, Mahomes drops back and throws a touchdown and you lose. See what I'm saying? And that's how people do it, right? Oh, yeah, you getting paid that much money. You got to make your play. Or if somebody jumps offside, lays, or misses a sack, this is what you get paid for. They get berated all the time by us as fans. And we get to do that. But teammates don't get to hold their people accountable? Shit.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying not to hold them accountable, but
get your big ass.
His timing was bad. In my opinion, his timing was bad on it.
All right. So Ted said this: I never been to a Colts home game in my life. Want to, but shit never works out like I hoped.
Do you live in Indy, Tez?
Tez, holler at us. We may try to work something out for you.
Bro, I give away a set of tickets every year.
Yeah, man, holler at us and shoot.
Tailgates gonna get failed, man. But if you keep
our
talking,
tailgates are beyond lit.
You're gonna be watching them on TV steadily.
Don't listen to it, Ted. Get yourself an Omaha.
All right, man, get us out of here, country shit. You over here yawning and shit like you fucking in 4th grade. Got to get ready for bed. So go ahead, man. Let me bang us out.
First of all, who you calling a 4th grader midget?
Ooh. He went low there.
Womp, 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 womp.
I can take
fucking
it.
with you. I'm just fucking with you, Clyde.
Oh,
P,
Kevin
what's your
Hart
final
looking
thoughts,
like-
brother? Oh,
The final thoughts. Jesus. We had fun tonight. We're going to keep having fun. We don't always agree.
Do we ever agree?
But sometimes. But that's, to me, that's the fun of it. You know, is picking each other's brains about why we like Anthony Richardson over Will Levis. Why we like, why do you like CJ Stroud over Bryce Young or vice versa? See, to me, that's the fun of what we get to do. And then have the chat come in. Well, I like this guy too. And, there's Hendon Hooker. Nobody's talking about him, but our chat. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's the fun. That's what keeps me going. So appreciate you guys. Keep going. Keep doing it. Let's keep having fun. Let's keep picking each other's brains, and we'll see where the chips fall.
Is it mock draft time yet? Are we starting that yet?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
And we need to do some kind of contest.
We need to have some rules on it because last time there was a shit show. Like we had to do it 2 weeks in a row because Pat was like, "Oh, I'm drafted for the fucking Raiders. I don't give a shit about the Raiders." Like nobody's picking for the Raiders. Never mind. You know what? Country, do your job.
All right. Well, after this is over, we'll talk about how we set it up.
Yeah, let me shut the hell up. Okay.
CJ, what's your final thoughts, brother?
Final thoughts. Hey, I'm gonna give everybody that watch our show, that comment and everything, y'all roses, man. For real, I appreciate y'all because you guys are the ones are the real MVP. Y'all helping us grow, getting our name out there. We're expanding out worldwide. So I'm like to say thank you so much for your gratitude. Thank you so much for y'all support, your love. It does not go unnoticed. We notice everything. So thank you so much, y'all. Thank you so much.
It literally is worldwide. We got Mexico. We got
facts. That's why I say worldwide.
That's dope.
Yeah. How many people say, hey, we're worldwide?
Big facts.
Worldwide.
All right. Clyde, what's your final thoughts, brother?
I'm right. Carvey's wrong. Next.
You ain't shit.
Well, there's that.
You ain't shit.
Appreciate you, Michael. Real quick though, I'll say the output has been crazy this week. Thank you for all the new followers. Just go out there and follow that Facebook that YouTube page too. If you can, just slide right over to YouTube and smash Anvil Show. We can see the numbers that we've seen on the Facebook side, on the YouTube side, bro. Y'all would do us an amazing solid. So help us out with that.
Yeah,
please.
Appreciate it for real.
That's all I got.
Absolutely.
Always.
My final thoughts are just, thank you to everybody. I just hope you all have a great, wonderful rest of your week. Hopefully we'll see some fun Pro Bowl stuff this Sunday too. And, the following week is the Super Bowl. So football's, football is almost over, but it's not though. We have the XFL and the USFL too. So, a lot of football yet to come. I mean, I know it's not the NFL, but hey, it's football. But if no one's got anything else, we'll go ahead and shut it down, boys.
Wait a minute. Tressa, my mind is shit, girl. I'm sorry. You put see y'all next Tuesday, and that is not what I.
What do you think you said?
You don't know what the see you next Tuesday is? Don't make me be on that island by myself.
You on the island by yourself?
Right now, my God. Come on, Pat, help me out. You old as shit. I know you know what I mean. So
are you talking about the Popeye shit?
no, Omaha, all of y'all. Omaha! Young, old, and just lost. All right, here we go. So she wrote, "See y'all next Tuesday," but my mind went to when you see the letter CUNT. That's what people say. You never get
yourself Omaha, man.
No, I'm gonna give y'all.
Get yourself Omaha, man. You know get Omaha, man.
Wait. Let's see if Tressa knows what I'm talking about. Tressa, do you know what I'm talking about? She wrote it out though. She wrote, "See y'all next Tuesday," but my mind went to when you
get
see
yourself Omaha, bro. Get yourself Omaha, G, man.
And people say, "See you next Tuesday" instead of saying the word.
Bruh. Omaha. That's what you get.
It's facts. Omaha. Tressa, help me out, lady. If you still on, help me out.
Man. Log out. We're done. End it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know what? Everybody stay blessed, stay pretty, no drinking and driving. Remember, go Colts.
No, hey, hold on. We got this is going to continue into overtime. We must find out what the hell he's talking about, because I'm a lost ball in high weeds right now.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
So people say the word.
We can talk after the show.
Yo, it's over.
But people say the word cunt, right? But then instead of saying the word cunt, they say, "See you next Tuesday." So she said, "See y'all next Tuesday," and that's immediately what I thought about. So it was just like the irony.
She's like, "Okay, Clyde." Now she's okay, Clyde. You off the rockers. You on your own island.
You definitely on the
He's
island.
an island boy.
Tyler, you don't know this. I can't do this.
He's
you know
an
what?
island boy.
I'm living in the fucking box.
No drinking and driving. Don't be like these fools. Stay blessed, stay pretty, and go Colts. Let's get the hell out of here.
Get the island boy out of here, man.